Merry Christmas. You know, growing up, it just wasn't Christmas without visits from Rudolph, Frosty, Charlie Brown, and the Grinch. But as I got older, some classic visitors made way for new visitors. Ralphie, John McClane, Buddy the Elf, Jack Skellington. And as I got even older, I discovered those cheesy Christmas movies. You know the ones. You see them on Lifetime, Hallmark, usually played one right after the other. It's awesome. Santa lives, people carol, and it always seems to be snowing. This is a made-for-TV remake of a Christmas movie from 1945 starring Barbara Stanwyck and Dennis Morgan. Why this movie? I've known about this movie ever since it came out in 1992, but I've never seen it, well, until now. I was just curious, mainly because of the director. You see, this is a made-for-TV Christmas movie directed by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, this guy. Weird, right? So let's jingle all the way. Sorry. This is director Arnold Schwarzenegger's Christmas in Connecticut. Well, I guess you can't have a Schwarzenegger movie without some kind of canon in there. There he is, the big guy himself. Chris Christopherson is Jefferson Jones. He's a loner. He's got a 5 o'clock shadow. He's grumpy. In other words, a real man. So, he's this badass forest ranger called in to search for a missing child before a blizzard hits.
How long's the kid been gone?
6 hours.
He's dead already. I'll bring back the body. Now let's meet Elizabeth Jones, played by Diane Cannon. She's a Martha Stewart type TV show host, with her own army of staffers to make her look good. And Tony Curtis is Alex, her boss. I'm just going to say this now before I forget to mention it later. Tony Curtis in this movie is an absolute ham.
You are a goddess.
Oh, thank you very much.
So,
I'm starting to suspect reality TV is fake.
Isn't that pretty?
Josie is Elizabeth's assistant, and she knows what she lacks. A man.
Don't you ever get lonely?
Do you need to get your stocking stuffed? Do you need someone to go down your chimney? Do you need your tree trimmed? Do you need your egg nogged? Alright, I'll stop.
I'm just not interested in a relationship.
You can knock on me, Elizabeth. Everyone wants someone special.
I had someone special, Josie. I had my husband, you know.
Okay, her husband is dead. He was killed by a truck carrying exposition. Doesn't really matter. I actually don't think he's mentioned ever again. Jeff finds Billy, the missing kid, but the storm hits. You know what you have to do.
Hang on, kid.
I thought these kids smelled bad on the outside. Elizabeth has an expensive knick-knack habit, and she enjoys a delicious homemade fast food burger. Expectation averted. Look, I know the movie is telling us she's lonely and needs someone for the holidays, but doesn't she look so happy and content now? JJ and the kid are rescued, and our hero is, well, an actual hero. But his house burned down while he was away, so fuck heroes, I guess. Hey kid, you got a spare room? This gives Alex an idea to exploit. I mean capitalize on the media frenzy, and arranges for our newly homeless hero to spend Christmas with Elizabeth and her family in Connecticut during a live primetime TV special. Are you ready for the plot twist?
Alex, there are no other Blaines. Listen to me. There is no house in Connecticut. What are you talking about? I can't cook!
Elizabeth does not have a family. She cannot cook. And she does not even live in Connecticut. I knew reality TV was all fake. Josie is recruited to play Elizabeth's daughter, mainly because she's the one who actually knows how to cook, and they also recruit Tyler, Josie's husband, to play the son-in-law. At first he's reluctant.
I have an audition on the 27th and I need to prepare.
So I guess that's considered an actual cock block. Really? We're just gonna cut there? JJ doesn't seem to be the type to go for this cornball stuff, but it all makes sense now.
I got 25,000 reasons. One for every dollar the network's paying me.
Alex casts himself as Liz's husband. Wait, is no one going to... Are we just gonna ignore the massager? And Jimmy Workman is Anthony, pretending to be Elizabeth's grandson. He's a handful. Alex also borrowed his baby niece to complete the lie. Vivian Bonnell is Elizabeth's housekeeper, Nora, and she'll be playing Elizabeth's maid on the program. Really? Tyler and Josie arrive, and Tyler's preparing for an audition, so he stays in character.
Ever wonder what it would feel like to sew your eyes closed?
Hey, he's pretty good.
I'll be back.
I love that guy.
Arnold just couldn't resist, could he? I wonder if we're going to see any more references to Schwarzenegger movies. I'm starting the counter now.
Kitchen's right.
And things are already getting out of hand. A pratfall with a cartoon sound effect. This is a side of Arnold I have never seen before. There is a lot going on here, yet nothing at all is going on here. Nothing's happening. Now pick up that mess. Enter our hero. Wow, you don't see this out in the woods.
You're Jefferson Jones.
Pray so, ma'am.
Time to meet the fake fam.
I love the smell of human hair when it burns.
Alright, there's staying in character, and there's being a psycho.
We're vampires. We suck the blood of innocence and stay forever young.
Can someone sedate him? Oh look, the budget.
When should I start dinner?
Shut your damn mouth.
Are you the cook?
Of course I'm the cook.
Look, I know that's her occupation. She's known for being a cook. But that whole thing kind of comes across as sexist.
Since I'm on vacation, Mary's going to take over in the kitchen until Christmas.
Nice save. Now some manly wood chopping for the lady. Christmas sploosh.
Smell that?
Oh, yes, that's my Chanel number 5.
Cedar.
Great, now I smell like Chanel number 5 and a closet. 11 years, all alone in a cabin. No pets, no women. But here, bathed this naked baby. This is so wrong. Before CPS gets involved, let's cut to commercial.
Tyler's leaving me.
Josie's having a problem. Tyler is threatening to leave her.
When he was up for Felix in The Odd Couple, we had the biggest fight of our marriage over a coffee ring on the table.
Oh, I get it. Tyler's a method actor who takes things too far to prepare for a role.
When he was up for the stage manager in our town, we had to experience small town life by moving in with his parents.
When was the last time you had to wear a feather suit to work?
What did he do to be the chicken? Meh. Alex shares too much info when trying to... I'm not sure what he's trying to do here.
You know what drives her crazy? When I suck her toes. She goes crazy.
What I'm taking away from this scene is... he wants to suck Elizabeth's toes. Seriously, what was the point of that scene?
She's like a Cabernet of love. She gets richer, fuller, more intoxicating with age.
You realize how creepy you're getting, right? Alex establishes he's the one paying JJ, but we already know he's getting paid. Does it really matter where the money is coming from?
Tell me something. Do you dream in color or in black and white?
If you don't call the cops, I will. I don't think I've seen a dinner this awkward since Cloud City.
Potatoes?
I love flapjack.
Pass the potatoes!
Mary.
Here!
See? Psychopath? JJ tells his story, and he's a more complex and interesting guy than initially thought. And this just seems to make Alex behave like a jackass.
I got offered tenure and head of the department. It's what I thought I wanted. But then being caged in by concrete and crowds for the rest of my life.
This is your guest, asshole. This might be useful information for your special.
Time to go to bed.
Together?
But you know I can't sleep without you. We're like two spoons.
Sure, he's talking spoons, but he really means forking. Does he expect to sleep with his star? But this whole thing is starting to play out like an elaborate ploy to get Elizabeth into bed. Not only does that make Alex an incredible creep, but it's just not funny. I love Tony Curtis, but his character is becoming so unlikable, so childish, and just plain gross. Rough wilderness caveman, no use Mr. Coffee. Another lie to be followed through, Elizabeth and JJ go on a literal wild goose chase.
I was just wondering how you do it. Take care of a family, maintain a career. Look like you do. It's got to be the clean living.
Or the facials I get every week.
Facials.
I actually think you're flirting with me.
What tipped you off? The penetrating leer or the massive snow boner? Enough flirting. Time for some foul play. No goose for you.
We'd love to see you flip a flapjack.
You'd love to see me flip a flapjack.
Please.
Flip a flapjack
Yes.
for you?
Just flip the goddamn flapjack. Was it worth the build-up? No, but I know what this reminds me of. The Christmas tree hasn't been delivered by the studio yet, so Elizabeth and JJ go get a real Christmas tree, and he teaches her how to swing an axe using the montage method.
Who writes this stuff?
Bad actor rehearses with baby. Mr. Roper overhears and thinks he's really crazy. I mean, who wouldn't, but this is supposed to be funny. If he thinks Tyler is really crazy, he doesn't do anything about it while he's yelling at his niece. Enough baby murder. Not even 2 minutes later, and we get another montage. Is this what Arnold thought American Christmases were like? The tree goes up with improvised decorations.
I have a surprise.
Did Arnold do it again?
Catch!
Get ready for a surprise.
Probably a stretch. I'm gonna count it.
It's perfect.
Looks like someone can't wait for Mr. Hanky. It's the big night, but Elizabeth and JJ check out the local Christmas attractions, including Titanic's steerage section. They cap off the evening by carjacking a sleigh. They steal a horse and a sleigh. Well, it gets romantic. A little too romantic. Keep in mind, he still thinks she's a married woman at this point. The star is nowhere to be found.
This is not like Elizabeth. Maybe they got into an accident.
I'm sure they're gonna be fine.
What is wrong with this kid? Josie leaps into action, hopping into the minivan and drives out to rescue our heroes. Or wrecks the car. Did she break the set? Crime does not pay, even the Amish ones. Everyone is back in time for the show to start. Well, almost everyone. And looks like some people are worried sick. Josie never finished preparing Elizabeth's food, so she has to wing it. Nothing like Christmas flapjacks.
What is she talking about?
I have no idea what.
Someone gave the elf on a shelf a job in TV. You know what's coming. Truth bomb in 10.
This isn't even my house, but I live in New York.
You do?
Well, the truth hurts. Time to bring the pain.
I'd like to introduce you to all the people who helped make this possible.
While this is happening, the director is losing his shit. This is probably meant to mirror the TV audience's confusion, but it's not that funny. Oh my god, will someone tone down the noise? This production is so incompetent, so awful, so unprofessional, they didn't even coordinate when to pick up the child actors. You're early. Oh wait, Josie's still out there. We better mount a climactic dramatic rescue. We have enough people for a search party and the perfect guy to lead them. We'll find her before she walks right back in the front door. Opportunity wasted, I guess.
This is Josie.
Probably the best damn cook in the whole wide world.
Oh, come on, we need an action beat.
She's lying. She's going over
Alex,
her head.
it's over
She
with
hasn't
now.
taken a medication.
Let go of her.
Hey, listen. Hee-haw. Ow!
Alright, I'll take it.
That's it!
He's
Alex, you're fired! You're fired! You're fired! You're fired! This is beautiful! Hey! You're fired! You're fired! Get out! Get
That counts.
You're fired.
Please.
You're fired! You're fired!
He's not really your husband.
I'm not married.
Didn't really matter. JJ can take him. And everyone gets fired. Thanks, Roseanne. It's not long before the network is begging her to return. And why is Alex still there?
Prepared to offer you twice what we paid you before.
Didn't the other network offer you 5 times as much?
5
That's
times?
right, 5 times.
Alex, shut up.
Sure, she'll think about it, but she's probably gonna do it. She's still got porcelain figurines to buy.
Money.
And that was Christmas in Connecticut, the Schwarzenegger edition. This movie did bring up a few subplots that didn't add anything to the movie. Josie wants a baby, Elizabeth's wild spending habits, Tyler's drama, and Alex's obsession with Elizabeth and her toes. That just went away, but I'm not complaining. That was just sleazy. And what about that Three's Company-esque misunderstanding where Alex thinks Tyler is threatening a baby, his niece? Does he call the cops? That could have led to something happening. But no, he says one little thing to Elizabeth and it's quickly forgotten. Elizabeth is likable enough. She's a phony, but she knows it. And when she gets a peek at the world beyond her web of lies, she's eager to shed her facade. She's a product of the media, a packaged celebrity. Chris Christopherson always rules at being the rough, grizzled, manly man. But in this movie, he's a little more complex and tough, and he's got some soft edges to him. The movie treats him like he's all alone. He does have a sister out there, and I don't think she ever got her cookbook. There is a fundamental flaw here. JJ is being paid to be here. Why not just let him in on it? Why waste all this effort to fool someone who is already there under false pretenses? He might even help them sell this grand illusion if he were a willing participant instead of being kept in the dark. I know it adds to the danger of being caught and it makes the deception matter more when it comes out, but it really doesn't. JJ thinks Elizabeth is a married woman, but that doesn't stop him. And when the truth comes out, everyone's like, alright. Tony Curtis is a legend. He plays a typical Hollywood sleazebag, and I found him really unlikable. You gotta punch him in the dick, girl. And Richard Roundtree was wasted as the network head. He literally got the shaft. I have to hand it to Arnold. Lots of Christmas movies throw in a precocious, smarter than they should be child, but they instead dodge that trope by giving us this walking, talking ad for birth control. I'm just glad he found his voice as Pugsley. There's a lot of noise in this movie. Lots of parts where people talk over others, and they step on each other's dialogue. Even if it's something unimportant like, I'll show you to your room, and then it gets weird when there's a response. Like this.
Will you show Mr. Jones to his room, please? Oh, that'd be good.
Sure. Which one?
Oh, Nora.
Noisy, right? I could have done without this guy. And he has quite a few lines and he's focused on a lot, but we don't even meet him until Act 3. There was potential for comedy, but they didn't seem to be able to make this a romance and make it funny at the same time. You think being caught in these lies would lead to the usual second act breakup, but everyone is pretty cool with the deception, especially since they work in their favor. Great news, she's single and he's got a new cabin. Christmas in Connecticut is 1.5 Bs. It's an earnest attempt at a romantic, Christmassy cheese fest, but it's weighed down with cliches, unlikable characters, and an uninspired story. But the message of honesty equaling happiness is well intended. Catch the original if you can. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment. You know, all the YouTube stuff. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and have a safe and happy New Year. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles!